Welcome back to the channel, guys. And yes, guys, this is the Lamborghini you didn't know about. Named the Lamborghini CALÀ, which is actually designed not by Lamborghini but by Italian design Giugiaro for Lamborghini, and it was meant to be the proper successor to the Lamborghini jalpa. It of course made its global debut at the 1995 Geneva Motor Show, where it would have definitely blown the minds of all the spectators back to the Stone Age with its complete bold and futuristic design, and the way Italian design flawlessly incorporated the quintessential design language of a proper bold and brutish Lamborghini was an absolute phenomenal job, and the complete credit for that goes solely to Italian design. And for a car that was properly set to be launched in the mid-90s, it would have properly sold like hotcakes on its own. But would have is the main keyword, because the complete proper project of the CALÀ was unfortunately completely scrapped due to the complete Audi takeover, and of course a couple financial problems of the owners themselves, and thereby that completely set the complete sundown on the proper CALÀ, thereby completely shutting down from ever hitting the production line, which hurts even more seeing as to the fact that this was a proper running prototype which got some staggering reviews from the multiple proper journalists who actually test drove this very prototype, and most of them stated that it was indeed a proper pleasure to drive, where it properly put the power down flawlessly on the road and was a proper beauty to handle on its own, which hurts even more to see that it could have properly been a phenomenal Lambo, and even they had properly deemed it very much worthy of the Lamborghini badge. Nevertheless, this remains the one and only running prototype of the CALÀ, which can indeed be seen at the Italian Design Museum. And of course, in terms of the complete design, it got the quintessential design language of a proper Lamborghini with the bold body lines, the Miura derived headlights, and of course a proper windscreen reminiscent of the legendary Countach. And of course, it got a complete carbon fiber body attached to a proper aluminium chassis on its own. And on the complete proper department of power, it got a Lamborghini developed 4-liter naturally aspirated V10, churning out 372 horsepower to the rear wheels, with that V10 mounted in a complete rear mid-engine layout. And get this, that V10 was mated to a 6-speed manual transmission on its own, meaning you got a gated manual in the complete cockpit, meaning it was a proper jack of all trades that everyone would have wanted. And if it did properly make it on into the production line, it would have been a proper classic by now. Nevertheless, it just hurts even more when you think more about it of the complete positives, especially from the complete positive feedback that it got from the journalists. Nevertheless, guys, enough of me blabbering about the complete CALÀ. Let's just properly sit back and take a listen to the proper 4-liter NA V10 of the CALÀ. And well, guys, it sounded the part, it looked the part. You got a gated manual, and it had the proper visceral engine note of a proper raw Raging Bull on its own, and it was indeed deemed worthy of the Raging Bull badge. And well, guys, it just hurts to see that it would have been a proper phenomenal Lambo on its own. And of course, furthermore, it could top out at a top speed of, get this, 289 kilometers an hour. It only put out 372 horsepower, and it was said to be launched in the mid 90s, with the fact that it properly topped out at nearly 300 kilometers an hour, or exactly 289 kmph, or 179 miles an hour. The numbers are actually mind blowing on its own, and thereby showed that it was indeed not only a proper comfort driven Lambo, but a proper capable Lambo at that. And of course, it could also go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5 seconds. And speaking of comfort, seeing as to the fact that the complete ethos of the proper CALÀ revolved around it being a proper daily driven Lamborghini, and that comfort was its proper top priority, it came with a proper 2+2 configuration, meaning it could see 2 full grown adults in the front as well as 2 children in the back. And of course, as I said, it came with a complete Targa top roof mechanism, meaning it is a proper convertible where you could stow away the proper roof panels behind the front seats, given the fact that you had no kids. Nevertheless, guys, it just hurts the more you think about it. The complete positives from the proper positive reviews of the journalists who drove this very car to the proper top speed and everything else, guys. Nevertheless, that just goes to show what a proper icon we missed out on. But of course, it didn't totally die down, as it did indeed lay the foundation for the proper design language that prevails to this very date, and of course paved the path for none other than the actual jalpa successor, i.e. the fan favorite Gallardo. Nevertheless, guys, what do you guys think about the Lamborghini CALÀ? Of course, it is bloated, guys, but let's be honest, it's a proper concept car from the mid 90s, and it still managed to look the part on its own, and would have definitely been a proper classic by now if it actually made onto the production line. Nevertheless, guys, a proper icon that didn't die down, but nevertheless can still be seen in its very glory. And well, of course, what do you guys think about the Lamborghini CALÀ? Comment below. And well, thanks for watching, guys. Remember that sub button and click the bell to ensure don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.